Good morning, I'm Miranda Khan here with your Newsmax Now update. It's only been a day and already there are very different views on the framework of Iran's nuclear deal. President Obama calls it historic.
This framework would cut off every pathway that Iran could take to develop a nuclear weapon. Iran will face strict limitations on its program.
But Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says it threatens the very survival of Israel, and Israel's entire security cabinet opposes it.
This framework is a step in a very, very dangerous direction. It leaves Iran with an expansive nuclear infrastructure.
And in Iran, hardliners hate the deal because they believe Iran actually gave up too much. Under the framework, Iran will cut the number of centrifuges and its uranium stockpile in exchange for the ease of international sanctions. Two women from Queens are being held without bail now after being accused of plotting to wage their own violent jihad. Federal prosecutors say the women were plotting to build homemade bombs and carry out attacks very similar to the Boston Marathon bombing.
This was, I'm going to use my own word here, this was a conspiracy that was undercut before it could turn into something dangerous.
The women were caught in an undercover investigation. Neither entered a plea in their court appearance yesterday. Changes are now in place to the religious freedom laws in both Indiana and Arkansas. Indiana's governor signed a clarification that prohibits businesses from denying services to anyone based on sexual orientation. And Arkansas's governor signed his state's religious freedom law after requesting lawmakers make it very similar to a federal law passed back in 1993. Quite a rescue 200 miles off the North Carolina coast.
Survivors cleared the vessel. Easy back to left.
Look at that. Crews found a man who was missing for more than 2 months. 37-year-old Lewis Jordan went sailing back in January and then disappeared. Yesterday, the Coast Guard got a call from a German tanker. The crew spotted him sitting on the overturned hull of his boat. The co-pilot of the German jet that smashed into the French Alps kept dialing up the speed as the plane headed for the mountains. That's according to new information crews uncovered from the second black box they found yesterday. Investigators say these details back up the suspicion that Andreas Lubitz intentionally destroyed that plane. And that was your very latest Newsmax Now update. We'll have more coming your way in 30 minutes.